The envelope sat on the kitchen counter like a coiled snake, its edges worn from being clutched too tightly. My sister's looping scrawl spelled out my name, Lila, in blue ink, but it was a weight of it that stopped my breath. I'd found it tucked beneath a pile of unpaid bills, hidden like a guilty secret. My fingers trembled as I tore it open, expecting another of her tearful pleas for money. Instead, a crisp invoice fluttered out, the total glaring at me in bold. $12,800. Tuition gadgets camp. My heart lurched, not at the number, but at the betrayal it whispered. My sister, Claire, had always asked for help, but this was a demand, cold and calculated, as if I owed her for existing. The kitchen smelled of burnt toast and stale coffee, the morning's chaos still lingering in the air. I sank into a chair, the wood creaking under me, and stared at the itemized list. Private school fees, $8,000. iPads for the twins, $1,200. Summer camp, $3,600. Each line felt like a slap, a reminder of every sacrifice I'd made for her. I'd paid for her kids' clothes, their doctor visits, even the gas for her beat-up minivan. But this invoice wasn't a request. It was an accusation. My phone buzzed on the counter, Claire's name flashing. I let it ring, my pulse hammering in my ears. What could she say to justify this? I thought back to the first red flag, months ago, when Claire's text started arriving late at night. Can you spot me $200? The kids need shoes. I'd sent the money, ignoring the unease that prickled my skin. She'd always been a chaotic one, the younger sister who leaned on me when life got messy. Our parents were gone, and I'd promised to be her anchor. But the requests grew, $500 for a car repair, $1,000 for a school thing. I rationalized it. She was a single mom. She was struggling. Yet there was a shift I couldn't name, a hardness in her voice when she thanked me, like she was tallying a debt I didn't know I'd incurred. The house was quiet now, save for the faint hum of the fridge. I traced the invoice's edges, my mind spiraling. Hadn't I seen her post photos from a spa weekend on X last month? The twins grinning in matching swimsuits at some fancy resort? My stomach twisted. I'd been working double shifts at the hospital, my hands raw from sanitizing, my eyes burning from sleepless nights. Every dollar I sent Claire was a dollar I didn't have for my own rent, my own dreams. I pushed the thought away, guilt clawing at me. She was family. Family doesn't keep score. But the invoice kept score. I grabbed my phone and opened our chat history, scrolling through months of one-sided conversations. My messages were long, worried, offering help. Hers were short, vague, always ended with a promise to pay me back soon. I paused on a photo she'd sent of the twins at camp, their faces smeared with ice cream. The caption read, "Living their best life." Something cold settled in my chest. That camp cost more than my monthly salary. I called her. The line rang twice before her voice, bright and brittle, answered. "Lila, you got my note." "An invoice, Claire?" My voice shook, betraying the anger I wanted to hide. $12,000? What is this? She laughed, a sharp sound that cut through the static. "You've been so generous. I thought I'd make it official. You know, keep things clear. Clear." I gripped the phone, my knuckles whitening. "You're billing me for your kids' lives like I'm their ATM." The line went quiet, the kind of silence that hums with unspoken truths. "You don't get it," she said finally, her tone icing over. "You have no kids, no responsibilities. You've got money to spare. I'm drowning, Lila." Her words hit like a fist. No kids, no responsibilities. As if my life, my struggles were invisible. I wanted to scream that I'd given her everything. My savings, my time, my trust. Instead, I whispered, "Why didn't you ask me first?" "I shouldn't have to," she snapped. "You're family. You're supposed to help." The call ended, her words echoing in the hollow of my chest. I stumbled to the living room, the carpet rough under my bare feet. Photos lined the mantel. Claire and me as kids, gap-toothed and laughing. The twins' first birthday, cake smeared on their cheeks. I'd been there for all of it, the dutiful sister, the one who fixed things. But now, the room felt too small, the air too thick. I opened my laptop, driven by a nagging suspicion I couldn't shake. I searched her name on X, scrolling past her curated posts of perfect motherhood. Then I saw it, a fundraiser, buried in her profile. Help Claire and her twins start fresh. The goal was $15,000. The donations were at $10,000. My breath caught. The story was a sob, detailing her struggles as a single mom, her sacrifices for her kids. No mention of me. No mention of the thousands I'd already given. Comments poured in. Strangers calling her brave, resilient. My vision blurred with tears. She'd been playing me, playing everyone. I drove to her house. The invoice crumpled in my pocket. The night was heavy, the air thick with the scent of rain-soaked asphalt. Her porch light flickered as I knocked, my heart pounding so loud I barely heard her footsteps. She opened the door, her face a mask of surprise that quickly hardened. "Lila, what? Why?" I held up the invoice, my voice breaking. "You're crowdfunding while I'm killing myself to pay for your life. Why?" Her eyes flickered, a flash of guilt before defiance took over. "You think you're the only one who suffers? I'm doing what I have to for my kids." "Your kids," I said, my voice raw. "Not mine. I'm not their mother, Claire. I'm your sister." She stepped closer, her breath hot. "You've always acted like you're better than me. Perfect Lila, with her perfect job, her perfect life. You owe me." The words shattered something inside me. I saw every moment I doubted myself, every dollar I'd sent, every night I'd lain awake worrying about her. I saw the sister I loved, the one I'd trusted, twisting my devotion into a weapon. "I'm done," I said, the words tasting like ash. I turned to leave, but her hand grabbed my arm. "You can't just walk away," she hissed. "You'll regret this." I yanked free, my eyes burning. "No, Claire, you will." As I drove home, rain streaking the windshield, I felt the weight of her betrayal settle into my bones. But there in the quiet of my car, a truth emerged. I'd been betrayed, yes, but I'd also been freed. I'd given everything to a sister who saw me as a resource, not a person. The invoice was her final act, a confession of her greed. I pulled over, my hand shaking, and tore it to pieces. The scraps fell like snow, and with them, the last of my guilt.